Cybertruck is very exciting and all kinds of people want it in all kinds of markets, including markets where it is not sold. There are people in the Middle East who have paid double price just to get them when they are not supposed to have them. And there are people in Europe, in a variety of countries, who have found sneaky ways to get them in. And on the road, legally? Well, that's the question we're going to try and answer today. I'm Brian. Welcome to Futuraza. I'm joined by Will from Tesla Jigsaw, who I had the pleasure to meet at Fully Charged in Farnborough a year and a half ago when his channel was just getting started, and now it's picking up. He's doing great stuff. He's making big moves, and I'm so delighted to have you back on the channel once again. How are you?
Thanks, Brian. Great. Can't believe I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers, and that time we met seems to be a long time ago now, doesn't it?
It really does. It really does.
Apart from that other time we met.
Apart from the second time we met near Vegas.
I wonder where we'll be next.
Yeah. That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. In the comments, let us know where we're going to meet next, because we have to schedule it at some point. So what we've got here is a story that came out this week that you covered. Tesla Cybertruck driver loses vehicle and is reported by police after legitimate concerns. Whoopsie doodle. Did not mean to do that. Yeah, in my head it was just a video, just an article, but it is a video. So this is your video, and you notice the thumbs up there. Guys, you're welcome to do that on this video as well. And when you go to his video, link in the description, you know what to do. So tell us first the alleged basis for the seizure.
Okay, well, it was seized by police in Whitefield, Bury. It's not pronounced Bury, it's Bury, for anyone reading the B-U-R-Y spelling, in Greater Manchester on the 17th of January. So the legal status, the vehicle is not road legal in the UK. It does not hold a certificate of conformity, which is necessary for vehicles to be legally driven on our roads. The driver was a permanent resident of the UK, but the vehicle was registered and insured abroad, which is prohibited in the UK. That discrepancy led to the seizure. And also you've got the safety concerns of it. Greater Manchester Police cited legitimate concerns around the safety of other road users or pedestrians if they were involved in a collision with the Cybertruck due to its excessive weight of apparently of 3 tons. But actually the article does say it weighs 489 stone, if you're all very familiar with that weight metric there.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
For anyone wondering, that is the weight of 3 elephants, 7 pianos, or 7,000 tins of baked beans, if you'd rather those measurements, or just 1/100th of the weight of a Starship and super heavy booster. All make about as much sense to weigh, don't they?
They do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it had Albanian number plates, so indicating it was imported through Albania, a common route for bringing Cybertrucks into Europe due to less stringent regulations. Apparently, there's been a few that have come in that way. But the Cybertruck hasn't passed any UK road safety tests, and its sharp edges and significant weight are among the reasons why it's not considered safe in the UK on UK roads under the current regulations. So there are also issues with its lights not conforming to UK standards, e.g.
Which ones?
Well, the amber turn signals on the back. We need signals on the mirrors as well. The metal's a bit too sharp and pointy, because apparently we need. If it was to work, Tesla would have to re-engineer the Cybertruck to have curved edges of steel to, I think it was 3.5 millimeters. No, 3.3 centimeters, I think it was. But obviously you can't, because the Cybertruck is made of 1.6 millimeter, is it, stainless steel. You can't have thick curved edges. One little side note, I mean, there's a chap who's called Yanni in the UK. He's got 2 Cybertrucks now. He's going through this process of trying really hard to get it all up to UK regulations. So he's got like this rubber strip that is put around all of the edging of it. He's got the amber turn signals all around the car. He's put the indicators in the mirrors as well. He put a fog light in the rear. He's doing everything he can to try and put it through his own, or put it through a UK test to allow it to be in the UK. So that's quite cool to follow his journey, what he's doing. But the guy who got busted with this one, if you like, has not made any changes to it, and he's sort of liable for having it illegally on the road, I guess. There's lots more to say. Shall I stop there for a moment?
Sure. Well, I think this part of the show is a great spot to mention the complaints that are keeping it off the road. One you said was the sharp edges. I do have something to share on that. If I can find the tab I'm on, it is this great video from Justin, the bearded Tesla guy.
Come together at about 75 miles per hour.
Have you seen this?
Take a look. Unfortunately, I don't have zip ties, so this is the best we're going to be able to do to limp it, at least to where we can get it to get towed. But man, the crash support on the front did a really good job of doing what it's supposed to do and collapsing here on the corner. And obviously a lot of the plastic pieces just got obliterated. Interestingly, as tight as this is here, a piece of it went straight into the headlight, so that's gone.
So there you go. That's what.
Wow, I can't believe I missed that. How did I miss that? I've also seen there was an image shared on the Cybertruck Owners Club of a totally crushed front end of I think it was a red Cybertruck. It just shows you the actual crash absorption of the front there. I can't quite find the word. What word? I'm looking for.
Well, just how much it crumples.
The crumple zone, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
The crumple zone does crumple up. And obviously from that footage there, that's the deer being hit, and it's crumpled somewhat, hasn't it?
Yeah. So if you look at this here, you'll see that it is bent a bit. One person in the comments said to me, "Oh man, imagine that if that was a pedestrian, how would they have fared?" And I said, at 75, badly. It doesn't matter what the vehicle is. It's physics at that point. 75 is not a speed at which you test for that kind of thing. I wanted to look up and determine what is the pedestrian safety on transit vans. And what I found was pre-collision assist, auto emergency braking, and pedestrian alert systems. Wait, they don't test it on people? And so I'll share this too. This is the Euro NCAP. They did van safety tests for this particular Ford. Let's go back here. And we will see car to car. They don't actually hit anything. All they're doing is testing the automatic systems. Is it going to hit a pedestrian? No, it's not. Well, neither is the Cybertruck. Ideally this will work more than 95% of the time. So,
well, this would be one of my main arguments here, because the majority of vehicles on UK roads are totally dumb, tech-free cars, vans, lorries in the hands of distracted humans. So I'd argue that with the Cybertruck's active safety features, cross-traffic and automatic emergency braking systems, that despite its tough exterior, you'd be less likely to be hit by one.
All true. And again, at 75, it doesn't matter what the vehicle is, you're gonna have a bad time.
Mm-hmm. What about your argument or the points here about being scooped up and over the Cybertruck? Because was it Jason Camissa when he first did the review of the Cybertruck? He put an F-150, didn't he, next to the Cybertruck, looking at it. And an F-150 is like a barn door, isn't it? And the Cybertruck would scoop you up and over.
Yes.
Obviously, neither scenario is very good there. You don't want to be hit by either. But
right. The human body is still softer than the front of a truck with thinner steel. It's still steel. And like you said, the F-150, the Silverado, other trucks that you may see imported to the UK have much bigger noses on them. So I don't understand all of the complaints that are keeping it off the road. The amber turn signals, I get it. Agreed. Signals in the blinker, in the mirrors, agreed. Fine. I get it. That's a regulation that exists. I can see the merits. got it. But just saying it's, well, and for that matter, the statement that it's too big, you actually went ahead and showed that. Let me see if I can find it here.
Yeah, the Ford Ranger example. So that's a very large 4x4 that we have in the UK. There's thousands of them, some of which have bull bars on the front and metal lights attached to them. How are they pedestrian friendly? I wonder.
Well, because I need my Amazon.
That's it.
That's the only argument I can think of. So that covers that. Now, the next question is it a real story? I know originally people thought, oh no, is this one of Yanni's trucks? He popped up on X, said, it's not me. Do we know whose it is?
No, I've been trying to find out more information every day on this. I can't find any other stories. And as you mentioned on X, we're trying to find extra sources of information, and we're just going around in circles, which just led back to a Facebook post from Bury Police, which is where it came from. So it's definitely officially, a story from the police department there, but we can't get any more information. Something to mention as well is the reason why this is causing a bit of a problem is because it's not legal in the UK. But let's just touch on the temporary importation. So foreign vehicles can be used temporarily in the UK for up to 6 months without needing to be registered or taxed, providing they are not used commercially. If the stay extends beyond 6 months, the vehicle must be registered and taxed. So there is a lot of conflicting information here. I do see both sides of the argument, I suppose, to its legality here. Rules are rules.
Right. We can see what the loophole is and how it's being exploited while recognizing that it is a loophole. That rule is meant for people who are moving from another country to the UK, so that you don't have to register it the day you arrive. That makes sense. This isn't meant to dodge the rules entirely, which some folks are apparently doing. My question would be, if it is a real story, which it seems plausible, with a wrap that unique, I think somebody should know whose it is. And I imagine at some point they'll come forward and go, oh yeah, that's my buddy Dave's or whatever. Because it's a very distinctive wrap. It's black with the word Cyber Beast on the front, I think.
Yeah.
Now the question is, if it is seized, can they get it back? Can they just take it and send it back to Albania? How does that work?
Well, the thing that Yanni is trying to do is apply for an IVA process. So that's an individual vehicle approval, which would require substantial modifications and potentially still not guaranteed to approve the vehicle's inherent design characteristics. But that's what Yanni is trying to do it through a legitimate process. So yeah, there's two ways it could happen. Either Tesla could totally redesign the thing, which is not going to happen, as we've discussed before, or an individual could attempt to import the vehicle and pass it through this IVA process.
And we've seen people succeed with that in other countries. The Czech Republic, the owners club there, someone in the owners club managed to import one. They did the same thing. They put a plastic ribbing along all the sharp edges and I guess did whatever they needed to do to make it conform there. So, and I've seen others who've, imported it a variety of ways. I don't know. It's just farm equipment to me. It's farm equipment, man. But we can drive those on the road for a short time. I just have to put the reflective triangle on the back. Sure. Guys, here's what's the reason you need to go over to Tesla Jigsaw and watch the video. It's because he's known to use phrases like, and I'm quoting here, party pooping fun sponges.
It's a common phrase.
Is it?
For me.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah. I don't think people liked one particular part of my video where I said, the reasons why we should be allowed to have Cybertrucks is A, is because they're awesome, and B, I don't need a B because the A is so great.
Hey, I'm with you. There are people who hate it irrationally for no reason. And I'm going to say what I've said to a lot of these people. Fandom, I understand. Anti-fandom is mental illness. You don't follow the Yankees on the road from city to city to yell about how they're a terrible team. That doesn't make any sense. You would be institutionalized, and rightly so. You gotta screw loose. The same thing with Tesla's true. People irrationally hate it. And I get it. Maybe you lost a bunch of money. Maybe, you don't like the design, maybe, but really it all comes down to, I hate the richest man alive. I get it. Don't let someone else's life make yours miserable. He doesn't care. Nobody cares. You're hurting yourself for no reason. And if you want to feel better about your life, you know what you do? You head over to Tesla Jigsaw and check out what Will's up to, because he is a lot of fun, and I appreciate you coming on. Is there any part of this story I missed?
No, I think I've babbled my way through this. Okay.
Great. Guys, in the comments,
keep you updated if I find new stuff. I mean, that's what we need to do with this story. Find out the part 2.
The part 2 is going to be, whose car is it? And do they get it back?
Yeah. Do they get it back, or is it a figment of our imagination?
Well, I mean, when a vehicle is impounded, you still get it back, even if it's not road legal. You just can't drive it on the road. So I assume it's not like they're going to just scrap it. That would be insanity. I don't know UK law, but even that just seems a bridge too far. Guys, what did we miss? What did we misunderstand? Leave it into them comments below, and stay tuned, stay juicy. I cannot wait to hear from you clever robots the next time Will comes stateside for yet another amazing collaboration.